When you're a successful person, most people won't understand you because, in a sense, you are actually crazy. Most people don't realize this, but every single successful person that's widely successful has created a product or a business in an area that typically wasn't so saturated. So the reality was they were entering a new space. And whenever you're trying to do something that nobody has done before, many people are going to come out of the woodwork and say, don't do this. This is not going to work. It doesn't exist. Yada, yada, yada. And it's something that a lot of successful people deal with. And that's why they always say success is a lonely road, because not only are you doing something that nobody really believes in the beginning of the business itself, where you need the most support, but you're typically working a lot of hours because you have to whenever you have a new business. So you're staying away from friends and social circles. You're typically doing that by yourself or with a few people that actually believe in you, typically because they're paid or they're getting some kind of equity. That's just how it goes. And overall, the process of believing in something that nobody else has done before is a very lonely mindset. It's a very dangerous mindset too, because sometimes you very well might be crazy. You very well might be doing something that does not work. You might be emotionally tied to something that is not actually going to fruition into something better. And so I say this to just give you an idea of the mindset of a successful person. Most successful people that I know are very, very lonely. I don't even want to say lonely. I want to say that they've encountered loneliness in their journey to success. There's a difference between being lonely and alone. Now, here's the thing I want to come back to this with. A lot of people that are highly successful, millionaires and billionaires, are married. And there is no surprise to it. And people often, they don't understand, you're a millionaire, you're making money. You know, why are you married? Why are you not out enjoying your life? And there's a lot of podcasts and people talking about, okay, you're making a lot of money. You can have access to this. You can have access to that, especially when it comes to men, right? I'll talk to the men right here. They talk about, all these men that are making a lot of money, and now you have the opportunity to be a kid again. You're equivalent to an 18-year-old girl when you're 35 and you have money. Shouldn't you go out and, really have fun, go entertain women? But, what's funny is it's not true. And I'll explain why. More than 85% of billionaires are married and have an average of 3 kids. And 86% of millionaires are married. And if you look at the data, it varies. Some of it is up to 95%. So the majority of millionaires and billionaires are married. Kind of crazy, right? You would think that they would stay single and live their bachelor life. Why is this the case? Well, it's not because, their woman has built them their business. Many of the times they've done it themselves and their woman is just there. It's because people need emotional understanding. People need to be understood. And when you're building a business all by yourself and you come home at the end of the night, you need someone to be there for you so you don't lose your fucking mind, so you don't go off the edge. Because it's not easy to build a business. It's not easy to run a $1 million, $1 billion enterprise because you're dealing with $1 million, $1 billion problems. Millionaires have to deal with problems that nobody else is dealing with. Most people complain about their 9-to-5 job where they don't really have any stress, any real problems, and the decisions that are really gearing the company are not made by them. But when you're a millionaire, when you're a billionaire, when you're a very successful person, everything's on you. All the success obviously is on you, but the blame is 150% on you. So you need someone to be there for you emotionally. You need that physical release. You need to distress. You need that. And that's why a lot of millionaires and billionaires are married. Because at the end of the day, having a family, having that structure, having that loyalty is really the it factor. And so when guys tell me, I want to be a millionaire, I always ask them, why? Why do you want to be a millionaire? And some people tell me, I want to have the penthouse. I want to have the Ferrari. I want to have a ton of bad bitches around me. I want to have attractive women. People tell me this stuff. And, that's fine. You can do that. There's always an initial motive for things. There's always a process of growth. Every time I'm in business and I see new people come into my business, my financial services business, first thing they buy is a car. Then they buy a watch. Then they get into real estate. Then they start investing their money. Then they get into business ownership, so on and so forth. It's a cycle. Not everybody just goes into becoming humble and, saying that money is not everything, because people that have money are the ones that typically say that money is not everything because they come from a position where the money is not even important to them anymore. because they have so much of it. And because it's not scarce, they lose the value of what it is, not necessarily in a bad way, but they become normalized to it. So there's a process there that happens all the time. But what you'll find out is, as you get more problems, as you get more success, they go hand in hand, you will want companionship. And so what I often tell people is, when they want to become very successful, I would say find people around you that will support you. Find the right group of friends, build a stronger relationship with your family, build a stronger relationship with your religious organization if you're part of one, or build a stronger relationship with people that believe in the same ideas that you do, even if you're atheistic, right? Have more friends that believe in that. Surround yourself with people that genuinely believe in a lot of things that you believe in, that have similarities with you. Because when things get hard, you will need them. And arguably the largest influence that we have in our life, I wouldn't even say arguably, it is your partner. Your partner is who you come home to. And when you have a very stressful day, you need that attention, that validation, that verification. And your partner that lives in the same house as you, that pays the same bills that you do, that's involved in the lifestyle of your kids, that's involved in your diet, your health, everything, they're going to have a very, very strong influence on you, good or bad. I see a lot of people that could be very successful not become successful because they have a bad relationship, because they have bad partners. Imagine you have a very important day at work, and you get sleep and you wake up early and you're ready for this. You've been prepping for this meeting, and you find out your wife is banging your best friend. You would not even remotely be able to address that meeting. You would be devastated. You would be crippled. But I guarantee you, if you found out that your friend's wife was cheating on him, you would be able to do that meeting fine. You would be a little hurt. You'd be like, man, that sucks for my friend, but you'd be able to do that meeting fine. When it's in your household, when it's your partner, there's a massive level of influence because you're so emotionally involved with someone. And that emotion can be twofold. It can be a double-edged sword. It can be very, very good for you, but it can be very, very bad. And I think the number one trait of millionaires is their ability to find positive relationships and to find people that will believe in them. And this also translates in their ability to sell themselves as an individual, as a partner in a relationship, as a business partner, and their ability to stay away from red flags, to stay away from toxicity, and to stay away from things that are just not working. You have to learn to find good people in your life if you want to be successful. And I think one of the biggest formulas for becoming successful as a millionaire is finding the right woman, especially for men. Because if you find the right woman, she can not only motivate you, encourage you, help you, be intelligent, watch your back, control gossip, look out for you when you're going through a hard time, take care of you when you're sick, run errands for you, support you in your phone calls, in your setting, handle business meetings for you, negotiate for you. I mean, I could just keep going on and on and on. You want a woman that's smart. You want a woman that's cooperative. You want a woman that's agreeable. And you want a woman that's loyal. These things are very powerful. The better looking your woman is, I guarantee you she's going to bring success to your business. If you have a donut shop and you have a really good looking wife, guess what? People are going to show up to the donut shop just because your wife is attractive. That's an innate value. If you have a donut shop and your wife is very loyal and she's advertising it for you, people are going to show up. She's the strongest testament to you, your business, your lifestyle, and your brand. That is a fact. And it naturally fits into your life. We are biologically designed to be in partnership. So it is not a surprise that millionaires get married and billionaires get married. The majority of them. You would think that these guys that have all this money and all this opportunity and the ability to go buy any girl from the club would want to go and party. No, it's not the case. First off, when a woman likes you just because of your money, it's typically not a real relationship. These guys are not dumb. They're very intelligent. They're millionaires and billionaires. They understand that most relationships are transactional. A lot of women are transactional. I don't blame women for this, but a lot of women like guys for their money. It just is a biologically embedded trait. Just like men liking women for their attraction. Has nothing to do with personality a lot of times. In fact, I would say that money, their ability to make money, has more to do with their personality than the looks itself. Funny. But that's just a thing. So when they find that girl that really understands them, that has grown through the struggle with them, that has built up, they probably should stay with her. And this is a message to all the guys too. I know so many men that get built up by a woman. She stays there through thick and thin with them, and then they abandon her. It's crazy. Shame on you. We're out here talking about how we want loyal, conservative, modest, kind, generous, nurturing girls, and yet we're the same people that drop these women and go after some girl that's a trophy wife or the prize girl or the good-looking girl. And I'm not talking about my definition of a trophy wife. I'm talking about society's definition of a trophy wife. A girl that just looks good and has nothing else. My definition has a lot more nuances to it. My definition of a trophy wife is someone that's very feminine, nurturing, obviously all the stuff that I've mentioned here. I've made a lot of podcasts about this idea, and I don't want them to get mixed up. But a lot of guys will leave the girl that helped them build up for the woman that they actually sexually desire, they lust for. Worst thing that you can do. We're over here as men complaining there's not a lot of good girls in the world. Why do you think women act bad? Why do you think women are not involved in the relationships anymore? I would say half of it has to do with feminism and a lot of things that have happened in society today. But I think a large factor of it as well that contributes is they're not able to find men that really value these things. Men still go for the IG model. Men still go for the OnlyFans girls. Men still go to strip clubs and stuff like that. Men are not in the marketplace for conservative women anymore. They want that deep down. They want a conservative girl at home, but they're not chasing that on the streets. It ain't what it is. So, men, we got to do better. I mean it. And you will find what you're looking for if you display those characteristics in your lifestyle. Trust me, I know it's difficult to find a girl that doesn't have a crazy body count and hasn't been ran through by every single one of your friends. I get it. I really do. I'm siding with you on this one. But also, they're out there. You just got to network a little bit better. You've got to really grow your business. When you focus on your success and you focus on yourself, your energy, your success will attract women into your life. You've got to learn to filter out the women that are negative and then really tie down with the girls that make sense for you, that are loyal, that are nurturing, that are kind, that are intelligent, that are cooperative and agreeable. So, all in all, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be a billionaire, find the best girl, marry her, lock down, and really focus on building up yourself and the partnership.